Huh.
I don't know, I just heard someone...
Actually, at AOL.
At AOL.
At
I use
hotmail.com.
Netscape Navigator. Would somebody mind going out and viewing the stream just to see how we are sounding quality-wise in this
Yes.
spike a little conversation? Well, when the computers come back up, of course.
It's up and going. I'll press buttons to make it do stuff.
I'll try here. I'm going to see. So what did you think you caught there, Gabe? Was it cold, the flu, chlamydia?
Cold and gonna herpetosyphilitis.
Gonna herpetosyphilitis. Oh,
My
that's
bad.
never fun. That's absolutely Bert's fault. I think 1,010%. I wish I can get rid of this overlay. So, what did you do today, Bert? Did you watch the
All that
worked.
barbecue. Yes, stream sounds fine.
I made bread and bagels.
What did I tell you? What was going to be his response?
Why are we
Was
opening
it
up this?
muffins?
Why are we opening up Chrome?
I don't know why Chrome's opening. I didn't
Why are you
click
opening up Chrome?
I didn't click
Don't
Chrome.
open up Chrome. Don't open it.
It's automatically
Don't open it.
opening everything
Fucking
that it
stop
did.
opening up Chrome. God damn.
Your mother. There we go.
I don't think Mavericks likes
Dance, Grudge Bend, dance.
my 5-year-old Mac Mini.
Another one.
Alright, we're gonna give this one more shot. And we'll try, but if it fails, I don't want to risk it again. Not that, like, the Mac won't be able to handle
What
it.
happens if it happens at like 45 minutes in?
Just fuck it, man. We can't do anything about it. We can try to see if it saved, like, a draft copy. That's not corrupted. But after that, well, we can record. If we get, like, 45 minutes in or even 35 minutes in. You okay?
It's just going slow. I'm waiting for it to open GarageBand.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you trying to go? Are you trying to like click on GarageBand? No, don't. Again.
I hear if you click it again, it'll work.
Like 1,000 times? It makes it go faster.
If you click it like 3 times in a row,
It's just gonna open up 3 of them.
Have you tried deleting System 32? Oh wait, this is.
So
Jay,
I'm
did
gonna
I tell you how I fucked up my Linux server?
Nope, don't care. I'm going to go ahead and record this and post
No,
this on
don't care.
You don't care? Jay, I
YouTube?
accidentally deleted my entire ETC folder.
You're a dick. Did you
Was
think it was
this
I,
at work?
you
Was
know what
this
I
at
did?
work?
I
Did you
did
piss
I did
Lance off?
I did RM-R //
Oh my god.
And like as soon as I hit enter, I was like, "Oh
What did I
god,
do?"
what did I just do?"
Well, I've experienced that now. Sweet.
And you know what I did? I installed Windows 10.
Oh, I haven't tried that. I gotta do. So I'm gonna go ahead and record this from my end, and this is gonna be the YouTube version.
Okay,
I don't know which camera I'm facing to you guys. I
get
think
the
it's
get
this
the
one.
picture. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
That's
Hold on.
you.
Why
This
is
is
there
the
a YouTube
cast. I should probably swap the windows. Too late.
What are you doing? I was gonna do all that for you.
Oh, I thought it was down there, and you couldn't see it from where your angle is. I thought it was the old one's down there.
Okay. One thing is it actually stops after a while, so we have to extend it before we finish it.
What? Whoa. Hey.
But- Giggity.
Can you just like right click on it and extend it?
You can, but like if the podcast goes for a prolonged time, it just like stops, and you don't want to do it while we're recording.
Can you see it? Like,
Wait, no. Why does it just stop? It shouldn't just stop.
It's just a certain length. It's a default length when you first put it in.
Yeah, but does
and
it
as you keep talking, it just doesn't extend automatically.
does it stop in the actual
That's
part?
never happened before. It's let us
I've
record for
noticed it.
hours straight. That is
Hours and hours, dudes.
hours, man.
Why don't you come on over
Remember
and fix it
8.1,
yourself, then?
2 or 6.81?
This guy's yelling at us from another state, fucking telling us how to do our
It doesn't.
job.
It's fine. It doesn't do anything. Bert.
Okay.
Why would it just stop? And we've been doing
Why?
shorter episodes. That's not right. Something.
We have not been doing shorter episodes.
Yeah, we have.
Our last episode was an hour
used to
long.
do like hour and a half.
But
Well,
did
we
we
used
have
to
to
also talk
did we
about
have to
video
start the
games.
stream again in the middle of the episode? No.
Like, won't let me do anything. What the fuck?
You just hit it twice, man.
You're gonna launch it twice now, Bert.
Let me see.
Is it because I'm like at an angle? No, like see how it's all grayed out?
Yeah, no, I noticed that too.
I was confused.
I'm at a better angle.
So this is Tactical Pause. Your daily dose of...
Why don't you like post a link somewhere on like an IRC channel or something?
Do we know what we're doing?
Because
Does
we're on
anybody
Twitch.
here know what they're doing?
It's slow.
It's really
slow.
slow.
It falls.
It's like not clicking at all.
I'm trying to tell you what to do.
What are you telling me to do?
Everything.
We need to get everything that you want to save off of this computer and get everything off of it.
Yeah, I know.
It is too packed. It's running as slow as fuck.
Pack doesn't mean anything. And
No,
yes,
it's not
the network
packed.
share is available.
Okay, thank you. No, it's not even close to capacity. It's about maybe a quarter to a halfway there.
Yeah, and capacity has nothing to do with computer performance unless
It's
it's
just
like
a slow piece of shit.
unless it's like a really like fragmented drive, and we don't use this thing enough to be fragmented at all.
Yeah, so Bert, please no.
Okay.
I love you, but no.
Slow. It's slower than it used to be, and no one
It's
here's watching porn on it.
It's it is my porn computer.
Oh.
Wow. Whoa.
Okay, well then that would explain it.
I should splash top more
my
often.
it is my webcam, like my slutty webcam.
Hey, no, that's fine. That's fine. I don't
Rick
judge.
comes and shows his asshole to strangers.
This is my Omega asshole camera.
I have no room
This
to
is where
judge, sir.
I just come on Omegle and just talk with my butthole.
Wow.
Literally, yeah. I don't really want to talk about it. It's dark times.
Bert, is there any way we can do a wider shot? I think Cody needs to be
Hashtag
seen while he
naked
says this.
fun.
There's Cody.
There, that's as much as you get.
That's fair.
It.
Get cozy. Come on, guys.
Dude, there's serious problems with this GarageBand. I'm redoing this. I'm gonna save, and then we'll come back to it because there's serious issues happening with this computer.
Serious consequences.
Crazy.
It's probably because you tried to open up 3 of them.
Unforeseen consequences. Yeah, Bert.
I was impatient.
You open 3 copies of GarageBand. You know, I actually don't think you can open 3 copies of GarageBand.
Yeah.
They try to
No.
open folders.
Because it continues to open the same process, or it just runs the same process. It ignores your click.
It's fuck shit up, is
It
what
does
it does.
fuck it up. I'm not going to lie.
Shit got fucked
Bert fucked it up.
up.
You know, I didn't like this picture of Half Dome at first, and it's growing on me.
You want to climb it?
You have climbed it before, haven't you?
I don't know. I didn't like. I like the color up here, but I didn't like this area, like with this area in there. Like this looks really good, like right here. But yeah, it's just this plus it,
More
it
saturated
doesn't.
on the left?
You're right. That's what it is. This is way too over processed to match what's going on over here, or maybe it's not over processed, and that's really what the sky looked like.
Well, if you had the cloud coverage right there, it just would have brightened it up.
Yeah, this right here bothers me, and it just doesn't fit with the colors that are going on over here.
It is the yin and yang of sky and earth.
It's cool, I guess. Oh wait, we already have one going, so we should be able to do recent projects.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
This is depressing.
Well, it's your Mac Mini is not ready. You need to send me a dual core Xenon
Why don't we
processor.
put your server in here and use the server to fucking...
I could use
It's nice.
a server. I could use a server, but
Just
it
gotta
needs to-
convert some of those
yeah,
people to be regular
use a server.
watchers.
Sitting in the living room, it could be doing the same thing in here.
Well, I was gonna connect it to I was gonna get rid of my long cable to my TV and then use the Steam streaming to my TV instead, and then also put Plex and stuff. So I was gonna put an HDMI in it and use it out there as an actual media PC instead of the and just use the Raspberry Pi just to communicate lights to. So.
Ha!
This is terrible. How am I supposed to know? Like,
I think it's that one.
doesn't give you the complete name.
Big
Doesn't
money,
give
big
you
money, no
doesn't
whammy,
give,
no whammy,
doesn't
stop.
give you an option to like change the view. We need to be using a Windows program.
Well, no. Oh, good night.
This
God,
is terrible.
no.
How
no,
am I
no,
supposed
no,
to
no,
know? We need to use
I
think it's
Windows
that
Movie Maker.
It is on my list.
Doesn't
to-
give you the complete name.
Big
Doesn't
money,
give
big
you
money, no
doesn't
whammy,
give,
no whammy,
doesn't
stop.
give you an option to like change
I was like,
the view.
oh god.
We need to be using.
Is that why the
Windows
power's
program.
going out?
I like how both of us
no.
are like,
Oh, good night.
This
God,
is terrible. How am I
no,
supposed
no,
to? We need to use
I-
Going like straight
is there
defensive
a
mode.
fucking tornado?
Is something
coming?
happening?
We need to sprint into action immediately.
Winter storms. Winter has come.
Is that what it was? Oh, I'm gonna get one too then. Okay.
Are we live on
we-
Twitch still?
We are live on Twitch, by the way.
Hi, Twitch.
We are live. We have no.
There's nobody there.
We've
Jay,
got a couple
Jay.
of people saying hi.
Jay,
Not in chat, but they're showing up in my ticker. So hi, people.
what is mind ticker?
My ticker.
Mind ticker?
Wouldn't that be Cody who just went and checked on the
It's
stream
probably
for you?
me.
That's one of them.
Probably me.
Robbie's probably loaded it up on something else. That's probably two.
Nah, yeah, Robbie's probably the other person. So, hello, Cody and Robbie.
You have high hopes there over there, buddy.
Go put our link on IRC and just say, hey, we're doing a live show about bullshit Dota stuff. Watch us and comment, and we will talk about you and your silly username.
Why must I do this considering
You're at a
I've come up with
computer
everything
that
else?
can operate at. I'm not at a computer that can do this.
We're running on the Mac.
I'm on the map.
You
man.
know what we are only capable of.
It takes like 15 seconds to click on something over here.
We're on Twitter. We've
We're on
been
Twitter?
retweeted,
Are we tweeting?
favorited.
Are we trending?
Twitted?
We've been twitted.
We twits?
Are we trending?
I don't know. You can trend your mom.
Okay, I'm gonna.
That's right. I devolved there. I'll take it.
Okay. Should we do the official intro and then just go into your document?
We can do the official intro, but
Have to do the official intro because I have to hit the record button.
we do. And at that point, I was going to go ahead and restart the broadcast, but I don't know. I think I kind of want to append all of this to the YouTube video. I think our viewers deserve it.
They deserve
thought
to
the YouTube
see
videos would be going.
everything. The ugly.
That's why you guys just randomly cut into it, last week, right? It was because we want to just go ahead and capture the randomness. So why not?
Happen. We didn't do a podcast last week.
No, I mean the week prior.
Oh, we did, but it's
No, the week prior to that.
Lost. It's lost.
The
55.
alt click update opens with what?
Oh yeah, that was the last one.
Bert saying something about blowjobs. I'm sure.
Yeah, something like
How now
that.
blowjobs? Betty gives the best blowjobs in my BMW.
Wendy was wedding dress to the orgy.
Yeah, that was it. Betty gives the best blowjobs in my BMW. Betty blows best. Being
Betty blows
best.
Ben Billy
Billy.
beneath the bench in Burnington.
Betty, Ben, and Billy blow best beneath the.
I want to
beneath the
go
bench
home.
in Birmingham. We're
So
talking about
where's the
Benny.
Mac Mini at? What's going on here? What's our status?
Doing nothing.
We're
We're doing
waiting
nothing.
for you.
The Mac Mini's ready.
We're waiting on you.
We're waiting on me. We're waiting
Yeah,
on me.
you got to do the intro.
Oh, I've got to do the intro.
Swin.
I don't know, since just
Since
now.
when does Jay do
Since I
this?
just decided.
That was my question.
Jay,
Stop
lying.
Okay. Does anyone else have the Google Doc?
No. That's what I've been installing for.
It would have been on the iPad, I'm sure.
Here it is.
But
Oh, I have it
you're
on my
using that.
phone. But my phone only has like 6% fucking battery life right now.
Good job.
Yeah.
I can get you a pen. Okay.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? You ready?
Well, how about this? Why don't I'll go through this timeline, and you guys just tell me your thoughts on each event as we reminisce on the past.
That should be recording the podcast at this point.
Well, you would think, wouldn't you?
Okay, so welcome to Tactical. Oh, wait, no, we're not ready yet. Okay.
I'll do it.
You ready?
Welcome to Tactical Pause, episode 56, the last one of this new year. I'm Bert here with
I'm Matthew.
Odysseus.
streaming in
And Jay,
with Amber in the background.
with Amber making an appearance. As you got
Wait,
to.
hold on.
And
Hold on.
possible-
Cancel that.
What?
We got it. There's nothing recording on this.
Doing.
No, they're not recording. Apparently, something's not
That was the
recording.
first-
Turned on? No, there's
Yeah,
no. We have
There's nothing coming in.
See? Yeah,
Who hasn't turned on the board?
it's fine. Bollocks.
I thought I saw him move. Go to the eye.
Yeah.
I want a technical difficulty screen. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Ba 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 da ba da 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 da.
Hello and welcome to Tactical Pause, episode 56.
It's a new year.
No, it's not. God,
The end of
It's not the end of the year.
it is the end of the year. Yeah, and
It's
it's
the
not
last
a new
episode
year.
not.
of the year.
There you go.
You don't know when they're.
That is factually correct.
That's
yes.
the one we were going
That's
for.
what I meant to say
It's
Well, you didn't.
the last episode of the year.
before I stopped it dead.
You didn't stop anything dead. Nothing's
Okay.
been dead.
Well, I'm Bert.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Caduceus.
and I'm Jay. We're here.
We're here.
We're also streaming live today, so we're on twitch.tv/tacticalpause TV.
Tell them.
Join us. What?
Tell them.
Who did we tell?
How did they know this?
I don't know.
Podcast.
It's on Twitter. Shut the fuck up.
You can watch the archive version on YouTube,
Yes,
And
you
watch
can.
the original opening.
and you can see us.
I love this podcast so much. I'm spending my time downloading other podcasts right now. That's what I
That
think. Of.
hurts. So this,
So-
gentlemen, is our year in review. This is
Yeah,
this
you-
is the
you
end of
sent a big old
2014. We've come up with everything that's occurred in Dota, at least from Valve's perspective, and a couple of things what were major to the community in terms of like Reddit, but Dota in general in review of 2014. Are we ready to get into this? Because I sure am.
Are you gonna guide us through?
I am.
Are you gonna
Are
just
you our
walk us
spirit
through
guide?
this beautiful
So
journey?
what do we want to go ahead and walk
Guide
through the
us through.
timeline, or do we want to use the Reddit top 5 first?
Guide us through, Spirit Guide Lokra.
You're the fearless leader.
Jesus Christ.
Guide us.
Guide us, winner of Fantasy League Season 2.
Take us on a journey of Dota.
So, all right, we entered the year concluding the Wraith Night event. Who remembers that?
I
That was
do.
this year.
Remember that ended in January. That ended like mid-January.
It's true. This is true.
That was that Wraith King's only been around since that long?
An event to give us a hero we already had.
Yes.
Well, we don't have Wraith King. We do have Wraith Knight, though.
Oh,
No, it's Wraith King.
It's Wraith King.
The event was the Wraith Night.
Challenged.
Hey, buddy.
No, it's Wraith King.
Challenged.
It's Wraith King.
One
Challenged.
true king.
Jay.
No, it's Wraith King.
Holy shit.
It's Wraith
For
King.
sure, Wraith King. Yeah.
References. References.
I guarantee.
I just
it's
talked
Wraith
about it today.
You just talked about it.
Yeah.
You
Just
just
talked
talked about it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just now.
Fair enough.
That's my reference.
It's acceptable.
King. Now, shortly followed by that, we had the New Bloom update that occurred at the very end of January. It
Oh, yeah.
started on the 29th. You know, the event was announced on the 26th. Now, during that event, we got 2 heroes. Who can recall what 2 heroes that were? That was?
Ding, ding, ding. Oh.
Bert?
Earth Spirit and Earth Shade.
Oh.
Ember Spirit.
Nope.
Okay.
No?
Terrorblade.
One? Yes.
Phoenix.
Yep.
Oh, God.
That's right.
You're bad.
I'm shitty.
Negative 2 points to Bert.
Oh, God. I
With
forgot
an
about the
asterisk.
point system.
Yeah, you know what happens if you lose the point system.
No,
Or if you
actually.
win, we just try to sabotage you.
Along with that, we got the New Bloom event and the monster that everybody fought, the boss with a tail and a horn. That
That was so half-assed. I
was
hated that fucking
so
Yeah.
awesome. So
Yeah.
awesome.
You liked that?
No,
You actually
goddamn.
liked it.
No, I never even did it.
It was-
I did. I
think-
got like halfway through.
Well,
It was the Jar Jar Binks of Dota to me.
Yeah.
I don't think so
Bad.
because here's the thing: is it showed kind of where modding was going to go because we started to see the new items. We got Crimson Guard
Yeah.
that was brought, and we got to see exactly what that could be, and then it was brought into the game later on. So it was a cool way to test a few ideas out, and I think that the event served its purpose, but wasn't as eventful as what we've seen otherwise. Like the waves of things to come out.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the last event that we had that I was actually interested in was Dire Tide. Or
Frostivus.
I liked Frostivus.
Frostivus
Yeah.
was pretty fun.
I liked I liked leveling up my Meepo.
Frostivus was like
Greevil.
a straight
Yeah, the
like
Greevil.
Roshan stealing training. Like it's all about stealing the presents, finding clever ways to do it, trying to be sniper and trying to shoot them from across the river.
Yeah.
Doing little things like that were really fun about those modes.
Yeah.
And we haven't had anything like that.
The
boss
PA Arcana was nonsense to me. I thought that was horse shit.
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
Well, the boss
We're gonna
from
get there.
New Bloom.
We didn't get there yet.
Yeah, we're not there. No, we are on New Bloom.
Yeah,
What are you
we're on
talking
New
about?
Bloom.
Not
still.
PA.
No, I know we're not.
Oh
on PA
God!
yet.
Then don't stop me.
Jesus.
It's already hard enough for me to carry on a conversation right now. The New Bloom boss was, to me, it was. I appreciated the attempt, and yes, it was kind of a display of like, hey, we can do different things with all of this heroes and maps and games. But the thing itself was just like shitty. Like they had a great idea. We'll have some community-based sets we'll set out. They'll be pretty cool, and they were. They're. I have a few of them. I like the gyro one I got with the custom rocket, but the boss itself was like they did so many repairs on it throughout the entire patch. Like it was up until the very end that they were just adding extra stuff to try and make it more entertaining because it fell off so quickly. It was, half-ass.
Well,
It would be cool to see more. Just like really interesting type encounters, like where you have to like dodge shit, get out of stuff, move or stop moving. Where the boss fight actually feels like not just like okay, go here and do as much damage as you can and kill the boss.
I just thought
Something more than a raid.
I thought New Bloom was kind of half-assed in the sense that it was just like, okay, fight this boss. Which was cool. Okay, cool. We have a boss to fight, and there's some sort of co-op thing to do.
And it's not.
But then they're
Rosh.
like, okay, fight this boss, and then just do it again, but harder, and then just do it again, but harder, and harder and harder until you fail. That's not a fucking game mode to me. That's just they put a different colored Rosh in there, and they just made him harder every time. That's just horseshit. Like that's not. You guys barely made anything good with the New Bloom, and I don't know. I feel like
And there wasn't any real
their
progression.
holiday events have just been like, blah.
all right. Well, short of the boss fight that was so controversial, we also got the 2 heroes, but also ability draft came out of the New Bloom
Yep,
update.
hated that shit too.
Loved
I'm
ability
not-
draft.
Fuck that shit.
Bert
Hey, you loved it? Why do you?
played it.
Why, how,
Yeah, why
tell
don't
me
you play
about
it,
how
Cody?
much you've been
'Cause
playing
I hate
it
it.
lately.
Well, when,
Tell me about the last time you played ability
Just
draft.
because-
Tell me the last time
you
you played
loved
Dota.
hold on. Just because I haven't played it doesn't mean it was a fun game mode. It's a really
It's
fun
still
game
there.
mode. So if I want to
enjoy
play
it.
with everybody's not going to play. You are not going to play ability draft.
Yeah,
But-
all your
but-
other friends will. I hate that shit.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It was a popular. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it was a terrible game mode. It was a very unique game mode. It changed how Dota was played.
I'll give it you.
And it was a lot of fun. It's a
So-
lot different. It makes you like you can fucking like kill shit as Treant. Like that's fun to me.
Okay, and though it was like, I enjoy it a lot, but I only enjoy it when you really have a good team that you can partner with to make sure you actually get the abilities you're going for. You don't get like
Yeah.
4 abilities snapped out of it.
Or
'Cause when you,
somebody on your own team taking an ability that
Yeah.
would really complete your character.
and no joke, like when you can find those combos, it's so one-sided. Like getting Treant with like super attack speed from Clinks. Oh God, it's beautiful.
And I had that, and I had a Treant with the lifesteal from Lifestealer, and the ult from and no, not the ult and the the light, like the double attack from Legion Commander.
Oh yeah, yeah.
it was stupid, but that's what makes it fun.
It was actually, I think it was only when they added Meepos a bit ultimate that
Oh,
I kind
yeah.
of stopped playing.
Yeah, I think that's when I stopped
That's-
playing as well. 'Cause
Which is
then
later in the timeline.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna get
they got
there.
rid of it. So we'll
We're
get to
gonna
that.
there. Now, also with ability draft, we also had the update of 6.80 that hit with New Bloom. That brought us such great hits as Lone Druid's Spirit Bearers Entangles no longer an orb effect, and Lion's Aghanim Scepter does AoE damage when near
like that.
other enemies.
Yeah, that was
Oh
cool.
yeah,
That was
with
cool.
the low cooldown. Oh God, it's so great.
So I feel like people still don't take advantage of that enough.
Oh God, no, they don't,
Lions,
because they
AoE
don't realize
ulti.
you have unlimited mana if you do it correctly.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Some real good shit.
All right, what else, Fearless Leader? What's next?
All right, so that took us. So, past New Bloom, about a month past that, we also got we got free to play was released in the player sets. So we had a Dendy set, it was an HY set, and a Fear set, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember those. Yeah, and then the free to play came with like the camera.
The wards,
Area.
I got all that.
Free to play was pretty good, but it was a little late. Like
It was very late.
8 months late.
It felt very late, especially.
It was supposed to be a month after the last TI.
Yeah, but it was based off the first TI. I mean, really, how long does it take to make something like that?
Valve time.
I know it's Valve time, but it's seriously like my friend's son does videos on his Apple computer. I think maybe if we just contract this to him for $300.
To be fair, it was better produced than that.
It was in the very end. It was, but it just It felt like for even how good it was produced, it shouldn't have taken that long.
It's still, I mean, there's still something to be said about Valve time getting old. Like, it's like, come on, okay.
It would just be nice to
especially with the amount of money that they've raked in,
Yeah.
and we can. That's actually one of the next. No, it's not. We got to go a little bit down.
Actually, I'll grant that if anything, getting all the interviews together and making all the visas and the trips for all the interviews was probably the most difficult thing. So, granted on that, it probably took that time.
But they had that done a long time ago because they had it done the first one.
Yeah, actually,
and for them coming into TI, you know, like I don't know. So
I wanted to have one for every TI, like before the next TI comes up, just to get me pumped for it. That's how it should be produced.
Have all the rewards from TI4 and TI5 is coming up in a few months.
They got fucking money for it.
I can't expect them to make a movie on top of everything for every TI.
It takes like 2 guys, a boom mic, and a camera guy.
But I mean, on the other hand, they have $40 million from fucking
exactly. $1 million, you can make a shitty video every year. It doesn't have to be amazing. I'm not looking for something that's gonna win an Academy Award.
Like
I just want to watch something to pump me up for
I can think of movies that took less time to make with $30 million.
Actually, it's a fair point. Just when you watch like regular sports, they before the game they have all these like crazy. Like especially if it's a big game like the Super Bowl, they have pre-interviews of all the players. They sometimes go to the player's house and they're like, "This is my mom and she cooks good food, and I'm doing it for Jesus," and like just that doesn't cost a lot of money, but it gets you pumped because you're just like, yeah, it's my favorite player. I'm gonna watch him with his mom.
He eats dinner with his mom like I eat dinner with my mom. I could be just like him.
Yeah, it's just like that does get you pumped up to watch the game, and like we'll see what they do with this TI because they gotta. I mean, after last TI and what they raked in,
they really need to put the.
I would like something. Not at the level of free to play, but something along those lines. At least with the interviews they did with the team members to get me excited about the next regionals and the next.
It's a
TI.
huge event. Yeah. Let's finally get it going. If you really advertise it, you can at least keep that growth going. But if not, it's gonna fall off.
That puts it at the level of real sports when you have like these pre-interviews and like you make the players seem like a big deal and you make the team seem like a big deal. I mean the NFL and the NBA, they do a lot to market their teams, and it's kind of sucks because there's no like, it's not like Major League Gaming is gonna do a lot to promote their teams. They don't have any teams. They're splintered across whatever games.
This is being spoken from America though. America. In other countries, it is.
So I would like to see Valve push, like, hyping up their teams and the players that play on those teams. Their players that really are getting them all this extra cash, all this extra revenue. So,
what's next in the line?
The end of duplicates in chess.
Oh,
okay.
I can read the document.
I feel passionately about this one.
All right.
Right around the same time. Actually, probably later, that they decided to revamp the item drop system, right? Is it this time or is it a few months?
They did it twice
later
because you don't get chests anymore around this time.
Okay, so this first time was pretty cool. Like,
keys, they got rid of keys.
They got rid of keys at the same time as this, and they got rid of the item drop duplicate thing, which was cool. That's when they launched a few new chests and everything, and we had the opportunity.
Full item set chest too was around this time.
No, I think that was later.
Was it?
You guys got to
No,
remember
this was with full item chests. This was now. There were still some single item chests, but we were starting to see the full items or the full sets
Yeah.
come through.
And it was okay. It was good for a while until they decided to revamp the system the second time. And now I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember the last time I got a drop.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
God, no.
no idea when the last time I got a drop was.
I haven't gotten anything.
Yeah.
And I waste a decent amount of time in this game. Like, I have a few thousand hours wasted on a fucking video game. I want some loot. Give me some shit.
And not a fucking common bracer that I have 3 copies of.
Not another BZZ Pugna
Well,
set.
They're supposed to fix that too.
That was the whole point, but
Yeah.
now I still haven't seen anything from
I want some back pay on my item drops. I want them to fix their shit and be like, oh, by the way, here's all the shit you should have got because we fucked up.
Bad.
Fix the game, Volvo.
Just the whole like item drop, like what are they've given up so many things that they've started, and like they had an idea for. They're like, okay, we're gonna do keys. We're no longer doing keys. We're gonna do chests. Yeah, we don't really want to do chests anymore. Reputation points don't mean shit anymore.
Nope.
They had that whole thing where you would get items to boost your ability to get
Battle
points.
point boosters.
Your battle point boosters.
Got rid of those and gave me a fucking key, which they said they weren't gonna have anymore.
You know, one
It's
promise
just,
that
I'd like them to stick with the strategy for a year.
one thing that somebody dug up too was the idea that, and I'm sure this kind of fell off where it just wasn't possible, was the idea that if someone ever left a game, you could get a friend to take that spot for you.
Well, that was
Yeah,
an
they-
idea from like the alpha that they
Yeah.
wanted, and that is, I think, in some cases, an absolutely horrendous idea.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And I don't think it needs to even see the light of day for Dota right now. In its current context, no.
They just need heavier penalties for people that abandon games, is what they need.
Low priority, man.
We need
I want
deeper
that.
trenches to bury these people in.
Exactly. Yes. I don't want to have to see the same person in my game ever again. Like, I think the worst thing is when I load up a game and I start the game and I flip through to the actual, what I guess it's like the scoreboard or whatever it's called. When you can see everybody's name and their kill death ratio and their assists and everything.
Your profile.
Yeah, but it's not the profile. It's just the little menu up at the top left that shows the actual stats of the game. And then I see that I have somebody muted in there, and it's the beginning of the game. And it's like, I clearly did not like playing with this person before because I muted them. Why am I playing with them again? Like, that's really frustrating when I see that I've previously muted someone and I'm in a game with them again. Like, that's kind of frustrating.
It is, but I can see where adding that as an extended variable could be kind of bothersome to the MMR system or to the matchmaking system.
Of course.
And now with the exponential growth that we've seen in the player base, I think it's not as big of an issue should we want to ignore somebody that we've muted, but that's kind of also negated with the player reviews at the end of each match now. Where if you give them a low star, there's a low chance you're going to run into them again. But if you give them a 5-star,
yeah, but they don't give me every hero or every player to vote on. So it's like maybe I voted 5 stars for Cody, but there was somebody in our group that was an asshole, and I didn't want to. Like, that's the other thing is stop giving me my friends to vote on. I'm gonna give my friends 5 stars every time, of course.
Yeah.
Like, why
That's
are you
true.
asking
That's
me?
absolutely
They're
true.
my friend. Obviously, I like
Yeah.
playing with them.
Yeah, I always give everyone 5
I'll give
stars.
everybody 5 stars no matter what their performance
I might have
is.
yelled at you the entire game. And
No
said,
matter
"This is
what
bullshit,
they did.
and I hate playing with this person, and I'm never playing with them again. But I'll still give them 5 stars if they're my friends. So get the fuck out of here. Give me somebody else to vote on. Give me an opposite team. Give me somebody on the opposite team to say if I want to play with them. Maybe they were a douchebag in all chat. I don't know.
That's true.
True.
I don't know.
Spamming their emojis.
What's next? What else happened?
There's lots of stuff
Let's
that
hash
happened.
this shit
Right
out.
after that, the world leaderboards see the light of day. What are world leaderboards?
That's the leaderboards in MMR for every ranked player. They now list the top 100 or 200 players in a leaderboard for each region.
Oh, that's a big deal for some people.
That is a huge deal for some people. And it also has been huge in revealing MMR boosters and those who have abused the system.
Because at higher MMRs you're playing kind of like the same people, so like you would collusion.
Okay,
Well,
somebody
not only
explain to me
that.
how these people are farming MMR, because I've seen a lot of complaints about people online and on Reddit where they're like, that person isn't even actually that good. You know, I've seen them play before, and they're just farming MMR. What do they do, and how do they get free MMR, and how can I do it?
I think it's when you reach a certain level, like you play with the same people, and you collude with them, like if they're on the opposite team to like throw the game or win the game.
But how do
You like
ensure
if
that?
I'm because the player pool at high MMRs are lower. Like you don't have as you're playing with the same people a
Sure.
lot because it's at that
Okay,
level.
so how do I queue up a game, and I'm with my 4 friends, and the 5 of us are playing, and then we get into a game, and we come across another 5 stack, most likely, right?
Yeah.
And this is ranked mode, so how do I get them to throw the game for me?
You've already communicated with them either in IRC or on some sort of or maybe on Reddit, maybe even on Volvo forums, because you know the players if they're at that level because they're on the rankings, so you see them there. That's the only thing I can think of. Like
That doesn't make
that would
sense,
explain
though,
it.
because then they're trying to get their ranking higher.
Yeah, so
too, right?
exactly. So you switch off. That's what they do in WoW. You switch off. So you like one person would win, the other person would lose. One person would win,
Well,
the other
then it
person
should
would
be a
lose.
wash.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Depends on. I guess it depends
Unless
on.
you have a bunch of troll accounts, but that doesn't make sense either. I don't understand this collusion.
That's at least
People-
that's how they do it in WoW for arena rankings. Is like they'll go to a lower pop queue. They'll sit in there with somebody else that they know that they'll message them.
It's
so-
also part you go to uncommon regions with uncommon
Yeah, that's
game
what I was
types.
just gonna say. You go into a smaller server, right?
Yeah,
So you go into like one of the Asian servers or whatever it is,
yeah.
Russian server.
No one plays in Russia because they all play here.
Yeah. So then you go in there.
No one plays in Peru. They all play here.
Yeah, we'll go to the
Yeah,
go to the
okay,
Peruvian
that makes
servers.
more sense because then you go in there and there's less players, so your MMR difference will probably be a lot higher between you and them.
Yeah, there's some posts
And you just stomp all over them.
somebody
That's what we should do.
and in its team ranked MMR too. I think or
Well,
maybe
so,
unless it's
no. This is solo. This is solo MMR. So
the team ranked would make
so
sense.
they're
how to do
solo
it.
queuing, but they're solo queuing at the same time in very low pop regions to cause these matches to occur, and boost themselves up to this high level. There was even someone who'd boosted past what was the thought cap of 7K.
Okay, that must be how they do it. So they make Smurf. One person makes a Smurf account. The other person is using the account that they want to win on. They queue in a low population area or a low population region. So they have a high chance of being on the same team or against each other.
Against each other, correct.
Against each other, and then they collude that way.
Yep.
And the Smurf account just forces the loss and gives it to the farm account. We cracked the case.
So don't go cheating, people. Don't go cheating, viewers.
Even though we just explained how you can do it.
Don't go boosting.
It's the American way. It's how we do it. Yeah.
So war leaderboards have been pretty crucial to those that like to follow the pro scene, see who is ahead and who's behind.
Who's number one?
I have no idea. You should look it up.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
should.
should look it
Guy
up.
in front of a computer.
You should look it up.
Only
with-
guy.
with
The only,
two
monitors.
yeah, the only
What
guy
region?
with like 8 monitors. He has way more than 2.
I have
Right?
2.
He has 2.
There's
You should have
two,
3.
and a
Ifinity,
television.
man.
Two
You know
and
what?
a television.
Ifinity's even
Guy
light.
only has 2 monitors.
Only 2.
What a fucking noob.
Nothing.
Plebe.
All right. What region? What region would you like to see some psychic
Out
boards
North America.
for North
America.
America?
I don't care about all the other regions.
Yeah.
And I want it to be a Peruvian.
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 All right, the Americans are led by a Japan Dog Remember with an MMR of 8230 from, I'm going to go ahead and guess Malaysia? From the North American region, Northern Hemisphere.
And
No, that's America's. It's just, he's got like a Malaysian flag.
What about from Europe?
From Europe, the top player is W33 from Blue, Yellow, Red. I don't know what that is. With an MMR of
congratulations,
763.
Blue, yellow, red.
I'm pretty
W33.
sure that's the flag. He's just naming the colors because he doesn't know what the flag is.
Oh,
Blue,
blue.
yellow, red flag.
I
Yeah.
thought that was the team.
I just deciphered Jay's retardedness.
Wow.
Through Skype.
From blue, yellow, red. He's from the blue, yellow, red team.
Blue, yellow, red.
Now you're gonna Google blue, yellow, red flag.
I am.
Good job.
Okay, Google.
That's the first thing that comes up.
The top rank known. Well, there's Shift 7 rises.
Yeah.
I guess
Mania.
we kind of know. But the top ranked player that everybody is aware of in North America would be E.G. Arteezy at rank 9 from Canada.
Yeah.
Canada.
It's about time to do
Blowing up.
something other than
Blowing up,
hokey.
folks.
Fear comes in at rank 25, by the way.
Use silence on our phones. All right, so what's next? What else happened? What else can we
Move
bitch about?
down the yearly line.
Let's complain about more stuff.
All
Let's
right, so
work-
that takes us just through March. That's just through March. We still got a good 9 months to go here. Hang on, gentlemen. So we got
Yeah,
the next
that's
came up
eight
the spring cleaning update, which
Oh, yeah.
brought a lot of bug fixes, huge bug fixes, and 6.81 along with it. So we only saw 6.80 for about 2 months, 3 months, 2.5 months.
Hold on. Here's what I loved about the spring cleaning update. Hey, we're gonna fix all these bugs. Okay, here's a new patch with some new bugs.
All new bugs.
It's like, so we fixed the old shit, but we're gonna just add new shit to the pot.
It sounds like
It's intended.
It was a good patch though. It was better than some of the ones I've gone through.
All intended.
Sounds like work. Did we talk about fantasy?
No, not yet, because
Have to.
Meeple was also removed. Yes, we do. Because Gabers wins season 1. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. You
Back to Berlin.
So we also got Meeple removed from the AD pool.
Good.
That was a good change for Bert and his hell in there.
Didn't matter,
Now,
stop
now then
playing.
Cody can start playing AD again, but it doesn't matter because he never did anyway.
I did play.
Oh, really?
Played a lot. Yeah, I played a lot.
Now who can tell me a change that occurred in 6.81?
Come on.
An
Jay.
actual change. in
Jay, that was like
6.1.
8 months ago.
I'm gonna
man.
say J.
I can't even remember what I had
Jay.
for breakfast, dude.
I'm gonna say a courier price changed.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. I'm
Is
gonna
that-
say.
Hold on, no.
I
Does
have-
Jay know the answer if that's true or not?
I have no.
I'm gonna tell you in just 2 seconds here.
Yeah.
Yo, you don't even know. You
God,
don't
no.
even know. What is your guess before you look it up?
My guess
right.
is probably he's right. I wouldn't doubt him if he is.
I know it's such a
Probably-
general fucking.
No,
concept.
it was not.
Damn it!
Probably he's right. I'm gonna disagree and say he's wrong.
After we answered the
After we answer the question.
I think that was 6.0.
No, the change to Animal Courier at that time was that the courier respawn time was reduced from 180 to 140.
It. Although I was just pulling that out of my.
All right,
But this
Life
also
Stealer,
have any other
Life Stealer was
incredibly-
buffed in 6.81.
Do we have any other incredibly vague questions? Can we
no.
Life Stealer was buffed
Life
in
Stealer wasn't
6.81.
even touched.
next vague broad question, please?
No, but it also did bring us one of these great hits, such as Agnum Scepter for Lich. No longer has a bounce limit on Chain Frost.
That was good stuff.
That was
I
fucking
like
awesome.
That. I like that change.
And that's when we started getting Chain Frost in the Ancients.
We also saw the great hit Agnum Scepter's Laguna Blade. Damage goes through magic immunity for Lena.
Yeah, okay.
Was this the pure damage
I
one?
wouldn't call this the
No,
greatest
no,
hit.
it was just. This is before they changed all the magic immunity
But-
stuff. This is just when it pierced.
So that's the next one. I'm gonna save that one for next one.
Okay.
All right. So right after spring cleaning, that happened in late April. We got Fantasy Season 1.
Fantasy Alpha.
Fantasy Alpha. And this
That's
was
right.
due to the buildup of TI4. This was, hey, we're trying to generate money and get TI4 going up here. Get the compendium, you're going to get a fantasy ticket, and you can start tracking your players now. So it was a cool idea. And who took that? Who was our lucky bragging
You really
rights
have to
winner?
ask. Come on.
I do.
I mean, let's be honest here.
Oh hell, the
That'd be
fallen
nice.
leader.
I got third place.
I got
Is
second.
that twice now you got that?
And-
place there?
I got second place.
And while we didn't get any
you know what that means next year, right?
I got second.
Next time.
Yeah, and we didn't get any fucking teleportation customization
No.
bullshit.
Did it back when it
I got
before it
a
was
fucking
cool.
rock.
I got a trophy that I put on my profile.
We
I got
won
a
fantasy
fucking
before
rock.
it was
Yep.
cool.
I gotta spend
Oh yeah, you
$10
got like a lump
to
of coal.
It's
enjoy
like a
myself.
silver rock. Second,
That's about
bitch.
No, I thought like I like the participant trophies.
Now, interesting
Yeah, you should
note,
put the participant trophy in your.
We are 90s kids.
you get E for effort. Interesting note, there actually was a previous fantasy season that was included with the Asus ROS Dream League Season 1. It was part of their compendium, but it was a much smaller, and it was probably the real alpha to it. And I would say Season 1 was closer to maybe the beta, and then Season 2 closer to what we're going to see as the product just evolves.
No, it's still an alpha.
I think
it's still an alpha.
The most
There's
alpha
no
thing
way
we
that
had
shit is not in
was
beta.
the compendium the previous year. You actually picked people,
Yeah.
and you got points, and I actually won that one. So I won the very, very first alpha fantasy league.
Yeah, it's not in beta. They still call it an alpha, even in their description of it. They're like, this is still in testing. Blah 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 blah. It's not.
A mess either way.
It's a mess. Yeah. It's cool, but
enjoy your bragging rights for something that's broken as it is.
it needs work. It needs and it's just I think that's kind of like the gist of Volvo is that they've like stretched their arms thin on all the things that they want to do, and they need to just get one thing done and get it right. And it's just fantasy is another arm in that problem.
I will give them until after we get the new drop for this next year, though.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it is this year.
Because
But, and it
was
was
that
a lot
big of
better.
a change.
No, it was about the same. Both seasons were about as like both had the
yeah.
same exact issues. There's
yeah.
no fixes between last season and this season.
You're just giving more options.
I would argue. I think this season we had a little bit more attention to it because reading the dev forums, Chris C was on there not as frequently early in the season, but later on he was very communicative in terms of what changed and what was going to occur, especially with role changes between users. So we saw that 2 people that went from support became cores. That was communicated to us about 2 weeks in advance.
Okay, yeah, from that perspective, yes, but not from the functionality of the client and actually like trading and
then we got the web
who's
interface.
Playing. Like the problems that we complained about were not fixed.
We asked for a web interface, and what did we get? We got a web interface.
Okay, that's true. Yes, the web interface.
So
Touché.
we are
I used it
getting
once.
things, and the fantasy. Reading the forums, they are going to continue to build. Like next season, the commissioner has the option to choose should a player still count points if they're playing as a stand-in, such as if they're in between teams, because that was a huge issue this season. Why didn't my player get points? Well, they're not playing for what is designated as their team for the moment. They're playing for a whole different group of people. So you're not going to score anything in those tournaments. So now next year the commissioner is going to get options to, or have the ability to include those games as points, or to score points. So it's going to be an ever evolving product, but we've got to find an outlet to give feedback, I think. And the dev forums are great, but it's just used as a means to like it. The fantasy forums spammed with people that are just upset about bugs within the game itself, not anything related to fantasy. And it's horrendous because it's the first one that's in the list, and that's all they know, and that's all they go to. But I think with a centralized location for feedback in terms of the fantasy league, it'd be huge because there are good things that have come from this. You know, we asked for the web interface, we got it. We're going to get points for stand-ins next season, and various changes. We're getting information from it, but it is a work in progress.
Accurate recording of the points. That's all I'm asking for. Right.
And for the most part, it
Or
was
who's scheduled.
Yeah, or proper scheduling notices.
The only thing I would be,
those two
I would
first.
get rid of all of my I wouldn't care about all my other grievances if they fixed the fucking scheduling.
Same thing here.
Like that's the one thing.
No.
Give me notifications when somebody changes schedule. The tournament's dropped. There's so many times this season where I had 5 fucking players scheduled and I didn't get points for the single day. And there was no notification, no news, no nothing about why that didn't happen. Like I want that shit unless I'm like reading every forum or going to like all the chat channels. I can't figure out what happened, and I want to be communicated what exactly happened.
If you were on the dev forums, you would have known what happened.
I don't want to go to the dev forums.
Well, then that's
I
your
just
problem.
want to have a notification saying fucking dude, your shit's changing and you need to fix it. Like, that's what I don't want to have to scour through pages of forums and stupid bullshit to find out what's going on.
You're not, because there's only like 5 top posts there.
No, it doesn't matter. It should notify me in the client.
And they're sticky.
I shouldn't have to scour the forums, is what I'm saying. They don't have ESPN where I can be like, oh shit, Arteezy just dropped from this team and he went on the next team. I need to change my roster, blah, 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 blah.
This game was about to happen, but it got canceled. Change your fantasy.
I want that interface in the client or in the web interface.
Squeeze together, gentlemen. Let's get a good picture of you while you're yelling at me, because this is sweet.
Okay.
There's no one watching.
Now here's the other
Yeah,
thing.
there are. Oh, absolutely there are.
What are they saying?
Oh, they're saying somebody wants Gabers to put something in his butthole while he pays him a lot of money.
Oh. Why do we know this?
Why?
stuff?
And another podcaster has said, who wouldn't want that? Thank you very much. That is a great question. Who wouldn't?
Does this mean we can start charging money now?
No. Oh my Jesus Christ. But no, we have people that are stopping by. Hello, welcome. Well, we're Tactical Pause. We're going through this year's of DotA.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
Good, because you need to stop anyway. You're getting a little too angry. I think you're a little too drunk.
I want to remind you, but I don't.
Squeeze in a little further, gentlemen.
No, we're good.
No, you're not.
Gabriel's just gonna come right.
This isn't a goddamn Christmas photo.
What are you
Yes,
worried
it is.
about?
He wants everyone in the picture.
No, you
cooties.
whiny.
Somebody wants to pay you a lot of money to put something in your butthole.
I'm up for that.
All right.
Oh wow.
What's the number?
I'm going to go ahead. It's the Big Thriller. We're going to save their username. We'll get back to them.
$250,000.
The
Let's
big
do it.
thriller.
$250,000. You can put whatever
What's
you
your
want.
Snapchat, big thriller?
All right.
I'll Snapchat that shit right now.
Is it my beard? Is that what it is? $250,000, buddy. Big thriller. Let's go.
It was your beard. All right. So past season 1 of Fantasy. Following that, in June, we got team matchmaking for all the Pro-Am teams. You have a flag or you have your logos. Now you can incorporate that and have a team and get a real matchmaking. There was a team matchmaking I remember earlier on, but it was kind of like it wasn't as fluent as what we got now or what came
The
of
first
this.
one when it came out is every time that you didn't have one friend on and you wanted to just play with another friend, it completely fucking reset your MMR.
Same thing occurs here.
Yeah, and it's still kind of an occurrence, and it's still really frustrating.
Well,
Why
you have to
is it
recalibrate.
That's not the same team.
It's not the
Yeah,
same team.
it's not the same team.
but when you're
Different dynamics.
It's true, but if you can't join more than one
The pros have
You can
stand-ins.
join more than one. What are you talking about?
at the beginning, could you?
Yes, you could.
Yes.
Oh.
But the pros have stand-ins. And so should we.
Yeah, we're not pros.
That's
We
true.
still should have stand-ins for our team.
No, we
If I want
shouldn't.
to have 2
No, we
stand-ins,
shouldn't.
2 stand-ins is not asking that much.
If I'm on a basketball league and we have a team,
You
of-
have people on the bench
yeah, we have people
in
on
case
the
somebody
bench.
gets injured.
Okay.
What?
We don't have benches here.
That's exactly what a stand-in is. It's a bench. I want a bench of 2 players.
What if
2
you
players.
Get, what
2
if,
players.
What,
That's
what if
not
you
a
get
lot.
an MMR for your team of like 5,000, and
Did
then
they
Steve,
change that?
then Steve dies in a horrible car accident? That MMR is out the window, man. What the fuck, Steve?
Fucking Steve.
Fucking
God damn it,
Steve.
Steve. Don't even get in car accidents.
No, but that's you
Ruining
know.
my video game experience.
We can't play as a
Bitch.
team ever again.
I think that's an improvement that I would like.
Did they
I would
not
like
change
a
it
bench.
So you could have like 6 players on a team? I thought they changed that. Am I incorrect here?
I can't accurately say. I'd have to go back to the team window.
Okay,
You're
guy in front of the computer for the second time.
You're supposed to know everything.
I know. I'm the wealth of knowledge. I apologize, gentlemen.
No, but-
Google's right
You
there.
might be right. I think it might be up to 6. But that's the thing. If you can have it up to 6, all right, that's good. I think you should have up to 7. 7 players on a team. Two benches
Should
potentially.
pros be allowed the same thing? then?
They are now. Like they can be like, we're gonna have what's his face stand in because what's his face can't make it to China this week, and they have him play as a stand in, and they play in that tournament with that team comp. Now there's certain tournaments that restrict the rules of stand-ins and who can play, but from what we've seen in the regional qualifiers at the very least, they have stand-ins constantly. I mean, constantly. I don't know if they're like trying new players, but it does happen a lot.
Or getting drunk.
No, I think it's a visa thing. Like they can't make it to China.
Oh yeah, for all the
It's too
tournaments.
expensive to
But
go
when you're
to
doing like pre-qualifiers or like little tournaments and you have stand-ins playing like almost all the games, that's just
Yeah, but that
you have
happens.
busier things to do.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, with if that happens at the pro level, like I feel legit as, you know, just like well, maybe my team should have 2 stand-ins, you know, like it's not all the time. Sometimes I'm working. You can't play on Tuesday nights to do a Dota team fight. Or maybe Jay's just shitty that night and we don't want him to play. So
That
we
night.
want so we want somebody else to play. You know, like I'm not saying like
Whatever,
your
man. We
entire
can't even
guild
get-
should be able to
We can't
play.
even get 5 people together on a regular basis. What
It
is
happens
that?
every now and then.
Every now and then.
Exactly, that's the
But
problem.
Yeah,
but
so
that's
we played
part of
2
the
games
that's
as a
part of the
5-man
problem
the other night. We
is that
still don't have an MMR.
One more
Exactly.
calibration game with Yannick and we're there.
but that's the thing. It's
Just
with,
what I
it's
want.
with
It's going to be
Yannick.
like
So Yannick's
2600, but we're going to get there.
Monica and I agreed earlier today that we make a shitty team, the 5 of us. We're not good, man. We're not.
We need to try what
We're
we...
in like the 2600 MMRs, 2800s.
We never stuck to the strategy.
We never stuck to
strategy was
We need to go back to
English.
what we said what we feel comfortable with.
That's the problem.
That's what we wanted. We never tried that.
Fucking
Yeah, we didn't try that
boring.
either. We were just trying like, oh, let's try this team comp that of heroes we play once in a while.
And then we got shit-faced by Evade. So...
Too much. We need to actually play heroes we know how to play and not shit that we think would be a good idea for people that know how to play them.
I agree. I absolutely
Or
agree.
not play in the fucking tryhards against tryhards. We just need to be the tryhards against
How
the
do you want to
plebes.
get your team MMR then, buddy?
You
Unless
don't.
you're going to play
We
in the
have.
tryhard
I mean,
league.
to practice the strategy, not to get the
sure.
team MMR up. Not like it's you can get the team MMR up once you know the strategy, but
Yeah, but we might as well just be playing against bots at that point. Like, if we're gonna-
no, bots
if
are
we're gonna play
bots are
all-pick-
dumb. They make their
all-pick
stupid
unranked,
mistakes.
We might as well just play bots.
No, bots
you become Bert.
choose
That's
to
all
make
Bert plays now.
mistakes. I don't. When you
No,
play
I
against bots,
know.
you notice they sometimes
I
every now and then they
understand-
stand
I
out there and it's
understand
like
bots are not humans, and I understand
They-
that there's logic faults with bots. However,
they
my
choose to
point,
make mistakes.
my point is, you're gonna play against a bunch of random plebes, then you might as well just play bots because they're
not to get the strategy down,
I agree.
not to get the combo down on a group of people. Like just to learn the combo, play against plebes, and once you know the combo, then play against a team. You have to learn the combo first. You have to learn how to work together
Our
first.
strategy the other night was shit to begin with.
It was
We
shit
shouldn't-
it was shit to begin with, but you have to learn. Like it's better to play against plebes than against that team. And once we know what we're doing, then we play against a team. Once we're comfortable in a strategy, then play against a team. Because then we can execute that strategy without being like, oh, I'm uncomfortable because I haven't played this before. That's my point about playing against all pick. At least when we're learning a strategy, but. It's dumb to go in there and just play against teams.
Here's one thing
we have no
with
cohesion.
bots. The other thing about bots, they fucking cheat.
They do
okay?
cheat.
I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
They ignore certain rules. Like Ricky uses smoke screen like 7 seconds before the cooldown should be up. You have it. No, when you're a CK and you do all your illusions,
That's-
and they know
yeah.
exactly who you are.
That one.
When you're
that one.
invisible as any fucking character and you're standing next to them, and they'll just
And then
stand
they just
there.
drop a
and be
ward
like-
randomly.
It's not the ward.
I know you're fucking there.
They
Courier's
stand
on its way.
Yeah, the courier comes
Yeah.
in. And
I got
gives
smoke
them
coming right
dead.
now, bitch. I know you're there.
That's the
Yeah.
best. That's my
Fuck
favorite.
you, bot.
Yeah, when you're invisible and like the courier comes in to get dust as they're standing right next to you,
And
and
then
they're
they
just
cast
and then they
dust
cast dust
immediately.
as soon as they get
Or
it.
even if you go there and they had no vision, they know you're there. Like you can't sneak up on a fucking
But
bot.
at the same time, they
That's
have
the computer.
exactly, and they make mistakes on purpose if they're at a lower if they're at hard. You'll every now and then there'll be one character out of the 5 that'll be like, okay, I'm gonna give him a little chance. I'm gonna stand out in front of the tower for a little bit. I'm gonna just stand there for 2 seconds, not cast any abilities, and then go back. And like they give you a chance, and you like if you play against enough bots, you know. We went 18-1 against the fucking hard bots,
And then
we
people.
1-18 against people. Like
Start playing having unfair bots then, I guess.
That's it.
Yeah, that's unfair.
That's even worse.
No, if we could be unfair, maybe
It's just
we'd be better.
deny.
That is fucked up.
It is. That's exactly what that game mode is.
We can't play against bots, so we might as well play against shitty, uncoordinated people. And then every now again, in regular all pick, we'll get a 5-man team because there'll be another 5-man that are being tryhards.
Yeah.
So that's at least what I want to do, because we can't go against teams that they have logos and shit. Like,
Okay,
both the
I
teams.
I want to say this.
We
We got a logo.
Our fucking flag. Is it cut in half?
Yeah,
It's just a
flag's cut in
red
half.
fucking bar.
It's a white bar. It looks like a white dick.
bar.
It's a
Yes.
white. We need to add balls to like one side.
All right, let's get back on track. What else?
What
happened this
fucking
year?
month are we in now?
Yeah,
Let's
what
talk
month are
about
we in?
TI4. Let's just.
We're
let's
not.
go-
No, we're almost there. We're almost there.
I don't. But all right, team matchmaking.
We already got. We're past that. We just finished that. That was in June.
I don't care about the Fnatic, e.g. Mason, Valve versus Internet and Valve. I don't care about that. I mean, you guys can talk about it, but that's stupid. I hate stupid bullshit drama,
Mason,
player drama.
because he's mad that he was a stand-in.
Yeah, I guess we kind of covered it with stand-ins, but I don't like that
he was
drama.
a stand-in for Fear, and then he made a fuckload of money, and then they kicked him off the team because he was a stand-in, and then he got butthurt. Fuck off, you
No,
whiny
no,
bitch.
it's
You
not
make
that, but it's when Fnatic wanted to replace Era with Mason, or not with Mason, but with one of their stand-ins. But it was so close to the tournament, Valve said no.
Yeah. It's kind of what we were talking about earlier, actually. But
So why? So looking at it today, from today's standpoint, where would you land in terms of having a stand-in at the international? EG did it with Mason because Fear had his medical condition with his hand. Now that that's
but Mason played through all of the qualifiers.
right. Whereas
But Fnatic did not have their other player play through all of the qualifiers.
exactly.
So that's the thing. If you sign up,
Wait, Fnatic, I think wasn't invited. I don't think they went through qualifiers.
just something like
If you
that.
can't keep a team of 5 together, then you
Yeah,
better
they were invited.
to have some problems. Like, either get your shit together and have a solid team of 5, or prepare to face, issues here and there.
Especially when you're in a
Or
tournament
Valve
with
needs
so
to
much.
allow maybe I don't know. No, it's dumb. It
Dude,
should be a
at the-
5-man. It
At
should
the
be
same
five.
thing, if they would have said, like, you can't have Mason because, you should have Fear, and we invited the team with Fear, then...
But
you
Mason
know,
played through all like they.
yeah, I know, I get it, I understand, but at the same time, that's Valve's prerogative. They made the game, number one, they made the tournament, number two. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They're the ones giving away the money, they're the ones that raised the money, they're the ones that put all this shit together. If they want to say, like, no, then they can say no. Like, you need to either get together and say, we're a solid 5-man team, and this is our plan, and this is what we're going to do, and yes, we got invited, and this is awesome. Or, if you can't get together a solid 5 people, then just plan on running into issues. Like, I don't see why
Well,
people
that,
are so upset and so butthurt that, like, oh, yeah, well, I mean... We're the best qualifying team going to the Super Bowl, but we don't like our quarterback, so we just got another quarterback, and
not necessarily.
They
because,
do have a backup quarterback.
Right. So then what?
quarterbacks, but that's not the same thing.
And
Well, what about
third
the argument of
string
having
players.
backup players for a team? What about having 2 reserve players on each team? So if something should happen, a visa can't be accepted or allowed, a player gets ill, you have the backup to.
Maybe that's
Yeah, that
something
was
for
a problem with
future
Fnatic,
esports,
actually.
But
Yeah.
we're not there yet. We're barely getting to the point where
League of Legends allows it.
$11 is a lot of money for esports. Like if fucking
League
if
of
the
Legends
team of the
tournaments
Super Bowl
and their
made
seasons.
$11 million for the entire team, it would be laughed at. $11 million is what they make in a week. I don't know what the fuck they make, but we're not at that point. We're not that scheduled. We're not that regimented. We're not that far into digital sports as a sport. So when they're trying to figure out the specifics of stuff like this, especially for 5-man teams, we had StarCraft, granted, but that's usually 1-on-1 or 2v2, but we're just now getting into the nitty-gritty of how esports works, and until they figure that shit out, it's Valve's choice to be like, no, fuck you guys, get the fuck out. We didn't invite this team, we invited this team, you know? So I don't understand why people are getting all upset and up in arms over these kinds of things when, in reality, 5 years ago, you didn't have anything like this. So let them figure it out as it goes, and then you can complain about it later.
I think maybe one, like, if that same person has to be on the roster. Maybe 6 people on the roster total. If anything happens and they have that one extra person, but not more than that. Because then it just, like, then it gets like, oh, in certain situations, we're going to move our standing in and out. It's just, you have these 5 people, and if anything happens to one of those 5 people, you have one, maybe 2, one most likely other person to fill in. I think that's really, like, I can understand, like, with Fnatic, the problem was he had really high anxiety problems, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So like he wasn't able to travel,
fly, yeah.
and then when he was at the tournament, since it was at a LAN, he was just anxious the entire time and wasn't able to play. I don't want to just like you know what, fuck you, you can't handle your shit kind of thing, because some people have those issues, and you don't want to punish the entire team for like one of their players starting to have an issue or developing an issue. If they have one person on a stand-in, then they can use that one person that they designated as a stand-in, but they can't just like go shopping for players right before a tournament, which is what Fnatic tried to do essentially. They didn't. Oh, I guess they had their stand-in, but it wasn't the official stand-in. They didn't do the documentation way beforehand like Fear did.
Well, there is no official stand-in. In one other team
what
has
I'm saying
an
is that
official stand-in coming to play.
So they need to implement is having maybe 1 or 2
I'd say
official.
2. I'd say up to 2, because then you can have 1 core and 1 support stand-in.
You don't play those stand-ins unless there is like a player that is supposed to play has no other choice. Like physically unable to play or unable to be there.
So you can't call
like,
it special teams.
There's no special teams. It's
guys
5,
are behind
it's those
6
5
kills.
guys, 5 core guys, and if
we're gonna drop
emergency
you on it.
happens, then you have the stand-ins.
What else? What's next?
All
What
right.
happened this year?
Then
long
TI4.
conversation about shit we didn't care about.
I know.
we got some
small
updates for
council
the
of
stretch
Dota.
goals, and we got TI4, just a small scratch in the Dota bucket of tournaments.
So that was good. It was a good tournament. It was a lot of fun.
$10.9 million prize pool.
Let's just call it 11.
Call it 11.
We'll call it 11.
And-
Lots of promises were made.
And newbie triumphed VC Gaming.
In one of the
3-1.
most anticlimactic grand finales.
Yeah, it was
That's
a
why
really
they've been.
goddamn
It
boring.
was
It was
shitty ass fun. No, okay, no.
as fuck.
The semifinals,
Okay.
the final before the main final was good,
my
but the
biggest
final
problem.
was bad.
Here is my biggest problem: is you could tell a week in advance who the top 3 teams were going to be. You could tell a week in advance who the top 3 teams are going to be. What the fuck? Why should I even watch? I already know who the top 3 teams are going to be, and I can take a decent guess as to who the top 2 teams are going to be. So, get the fuck out of here with your nonsense fucking format. The way that I don't know what they did different this year. I think last year was way better in terms of the format that they used.
Oh yeah, the beginning format. For,
Oh, that's right, because we knew
or-
the top 2 right in the first day of playoffs.
Yeah,
Because they were seeded automatically into the top position of the grand finals and then losers bracket.
That was terribly.
Yeah, it was
Or
so
2 of the top 3. Yeah.
because you knew you could watch a solid probably like 15, 20 games, and you knew it didn't matter because they weren't going to be in the top 2 anyways. So
Or 2 of the top 3, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
only one team was going to make it to the top 3, and it's like, okay, who's going to... So we're watching a meta tournament in what should have been the bigger tournament in a larger grand final and scheme of all of this.
yeah,
And the grand
I agree.
final was boring
boring as
because
fuck.
they used rat Dota strategies.
No, it wasn't
and,
Rat, it was Push Dota.
Okay,
Rat
whatever.
Dota was Alliance, by the way.
That was way more interesting.
And
Rat
way
Dota-
more interesting.
It was way more
Brad
interesting.
Dota led to the $1 million coil. This led to the most boring $10 million push of my life.
It was
In
over,
in
and they
16
GG'd
minutes.
immediately, and it was just like
It was so bad it almost felt like it was a throw that was like gambled on and thrown on purpose. Like that's what it felt like initially. I was straight up like, did somebody just straight like push for some keys out here.
The quarterfinals or like the finals before that with the other teams for second and third place were quite entertaining, but the grand final, no, just boring ass Dota. So I think
still haven't gotten all my rewards.
But
we gave you guys $40 million.
They've had
let's look through this.
They've had 2 patches since TI, and they did it. Both of those patches.
I still don't have my fucking Void remodel.
Were in response
I don't have
to
my
the
Spectre
TI
voice
final.
pack.
Hang on. So let's go through this. What were the promised? The promised stretch goals.
Get out of here with your effigy building.
350 for a frozen block of ice.
Yeah, these custom buildings. Get out of here, custom buildings.
I saw one guy who named it. I spent $350 on this piece of shit.
Yeah.
$350?
$3.49.
Wow.
The ice block.
All right,
effigy.
so
an effigy.
the stretch
I don't want
goals.
to talk about every fucking stretch goal because they delivered a lot of them already, but there's still some that they haven't given us. It's almost TI5.
Base
Almost.
customization is what the effigies were. We've gotten Daily Hero. Alternate voice we haven't heard yet. We haven't gotten our model update. But other than that, we've received every other promise from this list.
Custom buildings.
Custom barracks.
It doesn't say custom barracks.
Yeah, it did. There was one that said
custom
Grants
base.
an item that allows the compendium owners to customize a building in their base. That's all it says.
Maybe.
We already got that. And it's shit.
What about
cleverly
I thought-
worded assholes?
I thought that was custom ancients.
No, just base customization.
We got our creep, our mega creep model change, which is cool. I like it. I'm okay with it.
We got Daily Hero. We got I don't think we did get
Still
the
something
favorite
to take
hero
them.
challenge. That was during the time. We just haven't gotten an alternate voice and an alternate model or a model update. That's all we're missing from our compendium promises at this point.
They turned that PA Aircon into a stupid fucking game. Bullshit.
Well,
I
we're
like
getting
the
there.
comic.
I like the comic too. They never finished the story though.
Yeah, it just kind of ended.
Hey, here's a great little story and a great little comic. It's really fun and interactive. It's awesome, right?
Starting contracts.
No end to the story.
There's no.
All right.
All right, everyone's dead.
Anyway,
Bye. That was
TI4
the
happens in July.
Yeah.
In August, we see the workshop tools drop. So modders get their panties wet. We get the first glimpse at Dota in Source 2, and it's amazing.
How's that custom map coming?
Horribly. But I do log in and I check it from time to time, and the cool thing is I have seen progression in what Valve has included in support and just creating small items and entities in the Hammer editor, and it's turned out great. I'm loving it. We've also wow, you guys are creeping me the hell out.
Continue.
Hammer editor.
The Hammer editor, but we also see the grid system for maps and how this can help with isometric games that want to come out in other custom games for Dota and the map
That's a big
making.
word. Explain what that means.
Isometric, huh?
Isometric and tile is you're looking down from a single plane. You're not rotating your camera at all. You're looking straight down and
Dota. In a nutshell.
Dota. It's Dota. Dota's isometric with a camera that you can move up and down. Pan.
Okay.
So workshop tools came out in August, and that was pretty sweet. I like that. In September.
Well, okay, hold on.
What?
There's more than just the workshop tools. Source 2 was
Right. I
soft
said.
release. Did you say Source 2?
I said we got to see the first
I
glimpse
think that
of
should be.
Dota 2.
I think that should be emphasized.
With this, we got our custom games, we got our Pudge Wars, we got our Invoker Wars, we got a lot of things that we can actually still play that I haven't since they first came out. because I
Meeple
forgot
Wars.
about them.
Warlock Wars.
Yes.
I don't care about any of them.
No, they're
Yeah, me neither.
You don't like ability draft, though.
Invoker Wars were pretty
Invoker
fun.
Wars is awesome.
Because
I
you're not sitting there trying to like put in the Q, WAS, X. You just have like 4 abilities of Invoker that you just play with.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't.
No, I
You know what I like
love
better than Invoker Wars? The Invoker Trainer web game where they teach you how to cast all the spells.
I think Invoker Wars would be a lot of fun if you actually had to cast everything.
it should,
too.
Yeah.
it should be that way. That'd be way more
Well,
interesting.
we can make that fucking custom games. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will come out with something
Somebody's
similar.
already done it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Pudge Wars is bullshit. don't give a shit
I
about
love
that.
Pudge Wars.
I do.
I love
too.
the bouncing hooks when you bounce the hooks.
I love just setting up mines everywhere.
The mines are a lot of fun, but I think the fun thing too is like trying to time when somebody else has a hook and then like so you can I forgot what they call it. Headshot. Yeah, you can headshot them.
No, I will just lay a bunch of mines.
Headshots, right? They do headshots.
I'll hook them in front of the mines, and then as I'm pulling them, I'll just walk behind the mine, so it just pulls them into it. They have no choice but to just explode.
That's fun.
It's great.
After the workshop tools dropped in September, we had the Techies update. September was the turning point of all Dota.
The fad began, and the fad ended.
Very quickly. Now,
very quickly.
Same with the really controversial Arcana, with the sign that was included with that. That was a huge ordeal prior to the release, and then once it was released and it came out and it was part of Techies, they were like, okay, cool, whatever.
Patched it immediately.
They fixed it. They were spot on that one, Valve. Good job. Good job, Valve.
You only got the Arcana. You only got the sign with the Arcana, and then people bitched and moaned, and then they're like, "All right, we'll fix that shit."
We know the Arcana sucks to begin with.
Yeah.
You can have the sign. Yeah, you can have the sign without the Arcana.
Everybody gets a sign, and some people pay $35 for this piece of shit.
Well, you get one more little goblin on your character. Yay!
You actually see the third one, yeah. We also got all random deathmatch. That was a stretch goal.
I enjoyed that game
I like
too.
it. I haven't played it.
I haven't played it in a while. Well, because you know what? It went away. Like, when we played it, a lot of it, it was the secret mode.
Yeah.
And then we stopped playing it when it came out.
I played it a lot because I thought it was awesome to know about the secret mode.
Yeah.
I felt special. I was like, I know about the secret mode.
It's there, like, you learn, like, the strats, like, of what you should kind of go for your build.
As soon as they launched it, for real, I was just sort of like, eh.
You know, it got a lot of fun, but everybody started going into the same strategy of buying a
Midas,
a Blink Dagger, and a Dagon,
Yeah.
First person to get a max Dagon wins.
No, first person to rush their Midas wins. Get a Midas faster than anybody else and keep it off cooldown and you win.
Mm-hmm.
You get higher level faster and you win.
I just, it would be a lot more fun without the Dagon. If that wasn't in the game, I'd be play random deathmatch a lot more.
Need to reevaluate a lot of
what items are
because when you change the whole dynamic of the game, you have to reconsider the items.
It's like constantly have because you have to have an item that's
general
viable across all your characters.
Which is Blink Dagger.
Blink Dagger. Fine, keep the Blink Dagger because you can go 4-staff too. They're different situations, but a Midas, fine, keep the Midas. But Dagon with the fucking burst damage at all times.
I say lose the Midas. I say lose the Midas before Dagon.
Really?
Yeah, because Midas has way too much impact on how fast you level, and Dagon doesn't.
Yeah, but Dagon is the one that just when you have 5 people of Dagon, and as soon as you walk into battle,
it's like a guarantee.
Buy a BKB.
It's a guarantee 500 damage, no matter who you end up becoming.
Buy a BKB.
Midas, I don't know if they get rid of Midas, because not everybody's going to go Midas. Most people would go Midas, but not.
No, the smart people go Midas immediately. Yeah. If you rush Midas and your team rushes Midas, you fucking win, because you level way faster than they do.
Yeah.
So, I'd say remove Midas first. What else? What's happening?
We also got the All-Hero Challenge with the Techies update.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that was fun. I've been doing that's a good.
Entertained.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that came out in September. Now, how many heroes has everybody completed thus far?
I don't know.
I haven't checked. I think 45.
13.
I want to say I'm in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, I'm probably around 45.
60s, yeah.
I'm on Bane right now, and I've been kicking ass every time, and my team loses.
And still losing.
Yeah. I was the highest
Bane.
level.
Bane was the bane of my existence. He took me way more than I'd like to really admit.
I'm a great Bane, I gotta say.
I'm 2 on Doom.
So
rekindling Soul update. So Shadow Fiend remodel.
Shadow Fiend remodel.
This is a cool one.
This was in the same month as the.
I love this Arcana.
This is unexpected.
Was not unexpected.
Really?
We knew Shadow Fiend was in the works for a long time.
Yeah, but at that point, everybody was expecting Void to be coming up. At that point.
Shadow Fiend.
I was kind of thrown back. I was like, "Oh shit, Shadow Fiend."
Seen remember in TI4?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So
that was cool.
We figured Shadow Fiend was coming in, and to see his remodel in the Arcana was really, really cool. This also brought the beginning of Fantasy Season 2.
Yeah.
Hey, I got second in that one.
You did.
You know what that means? I got third in the first one, second in this one. I'm going for first next year.
Yeah,
next
you're still
season.
gonna lose.
Nah.
Still gonna kick your ass.
Like if you look at previous data, that means I'm improving every time.
with the Rekindling Soul update, we also saw the inclusion and addition of the Bounty Rune and the Crimson Guard to the game. So a new armor item that built upon the Vanguard, which was freaking sweet.
I haven't used it much. Because I always forget it's there.
It's great in certain situations.
Bristleback, I like it.
It's great against a PL.
Good against a PL?
Yeah, it's really good against right-click heroes.
Yeah, any right-click hero.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Okay.
The Bounty Rune, which has since been reworked, but we're going to get there in just a bit. And we also got the 6.82 update. So between 6.81, which launched...
Big question.
Yes, so in between 6.81 and 6.83, 6.82 was released, guys.
Yes, it was.
Really?
One patch, ha ha ha. 2 patch, ha ha ha.
6.82 was released in September, after 6.81 was released in April. So we had about 5 months of the same metagame.
Can somebody tell me a hero that was reworked in 6.82?
I'm going to go with Lifestealer. What is Lifestealer?
That was 6.83
All of life's
actually.
questions are in the form of...
What is Phantom Lancer?
No, both of
No,
those are
who
probably-
is Phantom Lancer?
Both of those are probably accurate answers, I'm
Who
sure.
is Bloodseeker?
Oh, it was Bloodseeker and Phantom Lancer.
Gotta get the
wasn't it?
Jeopardy rules right.
They got their reworks, I think, in the previous patch with techies. Hang on, I can confirm. No, they actually got their reworks in this patch. You're correct.
Yeah, I know. I was right.
You're correct.
Ha ha.
Thank you.
We did it.
I'm going to do 400 for 6.83 reworks.
Lifestealer still didn't get a change, though. You were wrong there, Cody.
Oh.
Well, I got the first one right.
Daily double.
And so that's what we got in September was Fantasy Season 2, Rekindling Shadow Fiend, Remodel and Arcana, the Bounty Rune Garden 682.
Are we done yet? Is it December?
Almost. We also got the announcement that no Dire Tide was going to occur. So we knew about that in September.
Oh, and then comes the thing that we've been teasing the entire podcast. The PA Arcana bullshit.
So, yes, next was the Foreseer's contract update, which dropped in
Which is
November.
one of TI's stretch goals. PA Arcana, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a beautiful, elegant comic strip.
Comic strip was cool. It was a nice surprise out of nowhere.
We got the effigies art.
And then the game mode was
Basis
just
Mutation?
not fun. It just wasn't.
I didn't enjoy the event at all. I was not a fan.
Super exclusive.
It was exclusive to paying $35 for an Arcana. I don't know.
It randomly threw out a bunch of Arcanas,
Yeah, that was cool.
which
I
was
guess.
cool, but I didn't get it. And
Because you
that's what
had to be-
and it made me mad that I didn't get
You
it.
had to be in a game with somebody with an Arcana.
Yeah.
And you had to be the one that won the contract. And you had to be the one that won the game.
Yeah, it's just. I didn't like the idea of
Too
the.
many and-ifs.
It was just like, okay, so the entire game mode type is, and all the games are affected. It wasn't just like I can choose not to do this. All the games are affected. I just have to make sure either PA doesn't kill or kills somebody on the other team, and that was just meh.
It's pretty much Valve going,
Meh.
hey, we like to fuck up all of your games right now.
We already know how everybody feels about effigies.
I wonder if when the Void remodel comes out, if they do the same thing with Void just to fuck with us more.
Okay, everybody gets a time bubble, and they can put it down. And sometimes it slows you down, and sometimes it speeds you up. And that's our game mode. And you have to kill Voidwalker.
Faceless Void?
That's the name.
That's it.
Who's Voidwalker? That's wow. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jesus
You are
Christ.
in between worlds right now.
I am
so-
in between worlds. We have to make sure Faceless Void dies in his own time bubble. I don't know. They're gonna
You
do
have to
something
somehow
dumb.
kill Void in a Chronosphere, and you get an Arcana. That's the goal. Witch Doctor, here we come!
I hope they do something, but I hope it's like, you know what? No, I hope they just release the model and don't do anything. But if they do something,
Don't make you pay $35 for it.
it better be fucking awesome. Like it better be oozing of effort instead of just like It's a
with
cool
all
game
the shit
mode.
of them being like, we're not going to do anything this year because we have this new system coming out that's going to blow your minds. They better fucking blow our minds. Seriously,
Your
they
mind
better
is.
come out.
I already know your mind is not going to be blown because you don't like Pudge Wars.
I don't like Pudge
And that's
or Invoker
the
Wars.
next big update. The next big update is going to be all about custom
No, they
games.
said the next big update was most likely going to be
New Bloom.
fucking
Oh,
Bloom
okay,
again.
that's true.
So,
And then
I'm not going to be impressed if they have a fucking same New Bloom as this year. It's going to be horseshit.
It's gonna
the
be,
only
no.
fucking game mode that they repeat is gonna be the only one that no one gives a fuck about. We don't get Dire Tide, we don't get Frostivus, but New Bloom we're gonna shove down your
New Bloom,
fucking
guys.
throat.
This year you're not
China,
fighting a
great
horse,
China.
you're fighting a dragon.
I also want to state real quick that during this update we did get Oracle.
I would just like
I would just like to.
Just want to
You're still here.
Guys, can
Hey,
can I butt in real quick?
Guys, I'd like to say something.
Guys, I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead, make your
Go,
statement.
say your sh-
Oracle was also released this update.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
he's cool.
That was the bringer of this evil.
He's a cool model. I
It's
like
a-
his
it's an
voice.
interesting
My
character.
biggest frustration with him is like when he goes invisible, I very much just that's right, Oracle.
I
forgot.
like his
I
ult.
forgot you could
I
do
like
that.
his ult, but you can make anybody invisible.
Yeah, you can make anybody invisible.
and they attack while they're invisible.
But something about the animation for the invisibility, they just sort of vanish, and I'm like, what just? Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's always that second of going.
Yeah,
what
I
the
have
fuck?
this moment of like, where'd they just? No, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I gotta buy dust.
Yeah,
Fuck.
fuck. I don't know. Yeah, he's good here. He's good here.
It's fun to have one on your team.
It is.
Oh, we also got a few network updates to help fight against some of the DDoS attacks that were pretty prevalent.
The
That-
DDoS that happened
that
during the
Fucked up
the
season
fantasy
2.
Yeah, the only
Fucking
reason why Jay
DotA!
won is because he fucking DDoS a tournament.
You
Yeah, I'm gonna call
DDoSed
you
the
out. It was
entire
you.
game.
It was-
That's it. Yeah, on me. So that takes us out of September or November. Going in December, we learned that Frostivus was canceled and the hype train begins boarding for major engine changes in the first half of next year.
How long did you work on that statement?
That was the hype train.
board,
No, he
or-
has another one in here that really made me laugh. Where was the
What
other
is
one?
it?
Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Oh, workshop tools drop and modders get their panties wet.
Yes, that was clever.
How long
was
did it take you
clever.
to think of that
Thought
one?
about
Now, did you repeat these in a mirror?
He said them very articulately.
It took me about 15, 20 minutes each. Had to really iron out the details. Didn't know if the panties needed to be moist.
You need
Need to
make
be
sure
soaked.
that 6.81 is bolded.
See, here's one of the rules about comedy.
Need to make the comments italicized.
You can
Yes.
only replace a joke if the new joke's funnier. So I really want to know what was there before.
Panties, no. Panties wet, yes.
Yes.
Just their no, not just.
Make their modders jizz their pants. No, that's too gay.
Hype train? No. Hype truck. Hype.
The engine
Lena-
train is
Lena
eternal.
gets trained?
The
No.
the train is eternal. I mean, sorry. Okay.
Where are we at?
All right, we are at
Shifting
the very end.
snows.
The last update, which was shifting snows, and brought us
Can I
683.
just say refer to our last podcast?
Vinta of Livin.
I fucking hate this patch. I fucking hate it. I hate it so fucking much.
6.8.
I haven't gotten one goddamn win in a normal game
Dot.
with this patch. And
Ocho.
while I do blame myself, I think I've had some
Trace.
games decent enough
for
to get away with
Nuevo.
it.
Like 9 just kept
6.89.
6.89. Nuevo just kept coming in there. It was like,
Southern
it's like
California.
Trace. No, it's Nuevo. It has to be Nuevo.
We're all white as fuck, by the way. Super
You can't tell?
Hi.
America.
America.
All right, so Jay, your favorite things about 2014?
My favorite things were the Fantasy Season 2, because I got my custom teleport, unlike Gabers, who just got bragging rights.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was pretty awesome. I like the All Heroes Challenge. That's really about it. I like the communication that we got from Valve this year. I think that's probably one of the greatest things that we got out of 2014.
Deep in the forums.
So we got communication. We got to know that Dire Tide and Frostivus wasn't occurring.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah,
the
we didn't
people,
have to.
the people
Well,
didn't
after
riot.
last year,
Yeah.
We didn't riot, and we didn't attack any
After-
car companies.
after last year, they
last
had
year
no
where they
choice.
had to put out a statement where they're like, "Oh, we didn't know you guys cared. Sorry."
We thought you guys didn't give a fuck.
Sorry.
It's a free
I
game.
guess we did say annual, didn't we? Yeah, they kind of had to say something this year. Get off your phone.
Sorry.
We
You
didn't
were
realize.
just up a podcast.
Says the person that was just like, you know how much I care about this podcast? I'm gonna download other podcasts.
True.
Cody, what was your favorite thing about Dota this year?
So at the beginning of the year, we had no idea if custom games or anything like that was happening. We had all this speculation that it might happen, and right after TI, we got a bunch of, like, pretty much a Source 2 was coming out, 64-bit client, and custom games. And we got to play those custom games, and the community got to start building them. That's really exciting. There's a lot of new game modes that came out. It's not just standard Dota. It's kind of expanded from there. So I think my favorite thing has been the announcement about custom games and the idea that it's not just the same map and the same game type anymore, other than the holidays. Now we got all random deathmatch, we got team deathmatch, we got ability draft. Dota's really expanded into all these tentacles everywhere. So I like how much things have grown. And I'm hoping 2015, I'm going to just jump in right to my 2015 and just say that I hope that Dota starts maturing from here. They've grown a lot, but now they need to kind of refine their systems that they've started developing.
They need to push up a little.
They need, yeah,
they
they just need to mature some of the systems that they've implemented is really what I want to see in 2015. Also, on a meta side note, Valve has pissed me off on another front with, well, I guess we'll wait till everybody's done. Steam machines, like, that's just a whole other thing, though.
All right, Gaber's your favorite
Steam
game
OS
this year?
I had something. I can't think of it now.
Anything at all? Anything this year that just
Your favorite
made
things of Dota 2?
so
in
happy about
2014.
Dota?
Here,
I don't really know.
These are a few of my favorite things.
I like that we raised $40 million, $44 million for Volvo, and I'm kind of looking forward to see what they do with that money. I'm wondering
More
if we're
hats.
see a lot of changes next year, if we're gonna see no changes, if they're just gonna take that money and run, or if they're gonna invest it back into the game, or what the
TI5.
deal is. Yeah, and I'm interested to see how much money we raise for TI5 and if it's even close to what I mean, honestly, when they put out stretch goals and everything, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we have like a $5 million stretch goal," I was like, "You eager motherfuckers! You're not gonna make $5 million." And then we end up with like $11 million prize pool, and I was kind of shocked. So I'm interested to see what happens next year and what they're gonna do with that money. If we're gonna see bigger, better international this year, or if we're just gonna see sort of the same thing, and if it's gonna be under or what the deal is.
Bert,
I
what's
go
your
with that too, like on in this year compared to last year they only sold compendiums, so if you wanted to keep adding to it, you just kept buying compendiums pointlessly. I like how they added the new points, so you could kind of just keep contributing while leveling. So there's at least something like that. I want to see what they do this next year, though, because you got to keep something else up to really drive that. Like, I really hope to see something that next year. But this last year, I think my favorite thing was actually the rework with magic resistance, armor, and pure damage. No joke, it like makes calculations and like figuring things out so less miscellaneous and
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
I'm not
So less
over.
miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous.
Michelob.
Michelob Light. So
Hongwen.
less Michelob Light.
Hongwen. But like when you're sitting there and you attack, or like you kind of just you see, okay, they have 25 magic resistance. I'm gonna do this much damage, and this is how it's gonna fall out. And then all of a sudden, shit just gets changed because you don't even realize why. From this random calculation, it just. I like the changes because I feel things are more accurate now.
He feels smarter. That's what it is. You just feel smarter.
It does. They made it easy.
I liked the
I
two
can numbers.
weeks where they broke the game. That was really fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Like a solid 2 weeks of people just raging because of the comebacks.
No,
and the crazy
games
shit.
that would go for like an hour and a day.
Yeah.
Oh, the XP
Yeah,
thing?
when they
Oh,
reworked
yeah.
the XP bonuses and everything, and the bounties for killing people.
In direct, like, response to the shittiness of TI final. Really.
Okay, so that brings me up. What were your biggest disappointments of 2014?
Oh my god.
Jay.
Oh, mine by far, I think, were the TI finals. That next to the Nemesis contract. I really did not like that event. I think it was a little overdone and required that you purchase the item. I didn't like it.
My biggest would have to be that we didn't get Dire Tide or Frostidus. I was really hoping for that shit this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you want to play.
And the fact that I have no drops.
No
Give me
drops.
my goddamn drops back. I want items, bitches.
I don't like the the not like they're just not maturing any. That's my biggest disappointment is Valve hasn't really like
Grown.
they're just not
grown.
they're just not grown. They're just like I don't
Finished.
feel like they're going full steam ahead. Like I feel like they're just like, well, this is a good idea. Let's work on this. Like I mean, I do the same thing, so I understand the mentality, but Valve is just like the laziest stoner of like all of the gaming companies. Like they have really cool creative ideas, but they never mature into something that's just like a solid, amazing like a system that's attached to this game. It's just they're kind of they kind of get these great ideas and then they give up on them, and that's my biggest disappointment. Like I would want them to stick to an idea for the loot drop system or to the XP system and stick with it for a while instead of listening to the loudest people and to make the change. Just stick with it and see where it goes, see where meta goes. Like you think about games that have been around for a long time and people find new strategies in how characters mesh together because the strategy hasn't changed.
Yeah, but hasn't it been a tradition of Dota since the original Dota
It's true.
constantly released? I mean, the original Dota was still getting weekly updates.
Absolutely true, but at least from maybe not from like a hero balance perspective, but from like an outside system, either for leveling your profile in Dota or with drops or something like along those lines. With balance, it's a little bit trickier because I agree that balance should change and shift, but based on like who's overpowered at the time and what they need to fix, but and what heroes come out. But from a more meta perspective of like the drops that you get and the XP that your profile gets, I want them to stick to a system for a year. That's and them not doing that and changing everything constantly was my biggest disappointment.
I take back my favorite part of the year. I think my favorite part of the year was the bathtub interview. Did any of you guys see the bathtub interview?
For the summit, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
It
genius. That was absolutely genius.
Picked off of Twitch because they were topless in the bathtub.
Well, it was a Twitch admin accidentally hit report on their page as a joke, and to get other admins to see it. But it turns out if an admin hits report, it insta cuts the stream.
Yeah.
So he learned his lesson that day.
Bruno and was it Pyrian Flax and Bruno?
I don't remember. I thought it was Suns fan and someone else.
Cut out.
Oh,
Why?
yeah, it might
we
have
got
been
reported? Why we get reported? Oh.
It was Suns fan and someone else. I don't remember who else.
Yeah. Bert, biggest disappointment?
I'm going to say overall, probably the New Bloom boss. Like, I was kind of excited. Hey, we have a new event. We have another new game
I
mode.
guarantee they're gonna throw that shit at us again this year.
And that's what I'm most worried about, too. Like, I got so sick of it so quickly. And the only other, like, little repentant was, like, you had those few new items that eventually you even see Crimson Guard going into the actual game. And we saw those in New Bloom in the separate game mode. But even then, I was just like, God, this is so boring. I like this isn't even a raid anymore. At least like with fighting Rosh at the end of the game, you're doing it with like you and the other enemy team together. Like those are like little cool things that you got to do in the other game modes. This is me just fucking pounding away at it. It's boring and then eventually you just get killed by orbs anyway. So I really hope they bring something new to the New Bloom. That was my disappointment.
Any New Year's resolutions for Dota this year? I would like to get a team that's up to at least 3K MMR together.
It's wishful thinking, huh?
It
That's
is.
wishful
It
thinking.
absolutely is. Just like I'm going to go straight to the gym and lose weight
You're
starting
solo.
January.
Are you really?
No.
Oh.
I am. I actually am. I'm joining the gym this month, or at the beginning of this month. Me and Bert, we're gonna climb.
Fuck yeah, man.
But
And
anybody have a
go right
resolution,
now.
any goal they want to meet?
New Year's resolutions for Dota. I hate to say this, but I think my resolution is going to be to play less. I think I've been playing too much.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to trickle off on the gaming all the time. I'm trying to do more productive shit, and
That's tempting.
yeah, but I don't know. I would like to get together some team games or something like that. Maybe we could put together some sort of dedicated time to do team games, or because that would be more interesting. It would be much more fun to do that and actually have dedicated time and people to get together and play instead of constantly playing solo queue and raging against people who I can't communicate with or
Talk to at all. Yeah.
You can talk to him.
Well, we can dedicate time to raids, so I don't see why we can't dedicate time to some Dota now.
Yeah, we've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
This is true.
So
This is true.
Yeah.
Any other resolutions, Bert, Cody?
I think mine's gonna be to only
gonna win
play.
more.
Yeah, right. Mine's gonna be only play Witch Doctor and Shadow Shaman, maybe Timber
the whole
Saw.
year.
The whole
For the
year.
whole year.
Just
whole
those 3 fucking
year.
heroes. Maybe in extreme situations I'll play
That's
someone
going
else.
out the window immediately.
I'm gonna hold you to that, and every time I'm like, "Hey, remember your resolution?"
You need to repick.
Just
You need to repick. Cody.
those 3.
My resolution is to win more and play more because I haven't been playing recently.
Because wow.
Because of WoW, but it would be nice
The
to,
Steam sale.
it's like no.
My resolution next year is to finish my all hero challenge.
There you go. That's a real goal. That's a real goal.
That's a good one. I like that, actually. I was thinking about that one earlier.
It's easy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Easy way out there.
Never
Programmer.
Yeah,
you never know.
Easy way out, programmer.
Under par right now. It's pretty good. I gotta keep going. I gotta finish it up.
As do I.
All right. Bert, what's the tip for us? We can go ahead and get this done and over with.
Well, your final tip of the year that we're kind of just gonna jam in the end of this thing, the very end of this.
In the rear
thing.
end.
The rear end, in the caboose of the show, is that if you go invis, if you're a tree protector and you go invis using your ability, and you teleport to another section of the map, and it's still next to a tree, you will not break your invisibility. And the same actually goes as if you're a bounty hunter and you actually activate your invis and you teleport to the tower. You'll be invis when you're done, finish your teleport, but you will still be seen in the teleport.
How about this tip? I got a tip for you, baby.
Yeah, jam it in. Just,
I'm gonna.
No, just ease it
give to you
in. Just ease
gentle.
it in. Ease it in.
You can teleport as Storm Spirit mid zip. So you can be zipping across the map and teleport in the middle of your. I don't know what the ability.
So
is called.
where's your from point? Where you're hitting your teleport, or
Where you teleport? Yeah, I saw a GIF the other day of Storm Spirit.
Starting his teleport, using his zip.
He started his zip,
uses teleport.
used his teleport, and when he finished his zip, he stayed still, and the teleport finished. So you end.
Oh, so it
wherever-
dislocates from where your teleport is then.
you end your zip wherever you placed your ability, your ult ability,
So you essentially zip in, do damage,
but you
and jump
can
out.
do the teleport in the middle of the zip.
That's crazy. That's actually really crazy. I like that idea.
I feel like it's a bug. I feel like
It's exactly kind of like if you're Crystal Maiden and you hit your ultimate. If you shift Q a Shadow Blade, it will wait until you finish channeling to activate the Shadow Blade. But if you just click it, it will make you invisible while you can maintain your channel. Like that, oh, sorry. There's another tip. I'm just gonna fit in the end of this. Sorry, I'm just kind of adding as much as I
Guys,
can.
you guys are just going full shaft at us. I think we need to cut this
Full
off.
stack. But I'm just saying, like that, and it's a very good, like little trick.
Thank you,
Right,
everybody. I hope you enjoyed 2014. 2014 was a lot of fun. We saw a total of like 4 new heroes, right? Phoenix, Terrorblade, Oracle, Techies. Am I missing any?
I don't know. You tell me, boss.
Jesus Christ.
You're the one that said 4.
We saw 3 revision changes, and there's a lot to come forward in 2015.
And we had an international too.
And we had an international. We're going to get another international. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for a great 2014. And let's get a team at 3K MMR for 2015. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Well, that's your resolution.
I
not
know.
mine.
I'm dragging you guys into it. Yeah?
Yeah.
You guys want to go to the gym with me? Yeah?
That's your resolution.
I'm already over 3.
All right.
Can we just have a montage?
Team MMR.
Why would I
means team
bring
MMR.
somebody
Team
low?
MMR. Team
Have
MMR.
a montage.
We're going to bring you Denny.
Montage.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Montage.
So we're ending it, huh?
Yes.
Follow us at TacticalPause.
Happy New Year!
Does anybody in the chat stream, if they're still there, want to say anything?
Anybody want to talk
Any
about more
shout-outs?
butt sex stuff?
What?
No.
That's what they were talking about earlier.
Nobody else brought up butt sex for Gabers. I apologize.
No.
Sorry.
The quarter of $1 million.
Who's in the chat? I'll
offer
say their
went
names.
As long as I have somebody.
You could have been in chat the entire time, Cody, and saying
Who's in
their
chat?
names.
I'll say their names right now.
I don't know who's in chat. I don't have the window
You don't
open.
have chat open the entire time?
I had it open for most of it, and then I'm like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Goodbye. I love you, chat.
How the fuck are we supposed to...
I don't know, Cody. Why don't you have chat open, huh?
Top.
I don't have a goddamn computer in front of me, Jay!
You told us
You
were in chat.
said you were in chat. I assumed that you were watching chat the entire time. I don't have a freaking... You see this Mac Mini? It's your Mac Mini.
Top-notch production value.
Oh my god.
TI5, here we come. Tactical pause. Vote for us for TI5.
TI5.
It's a voting thing now. It's a voting
This
thing.
is the production value you're gonna get from us.
They're just gonna put us in a dark corner like the special kids. They wanted to be here.
That's pretty much what we do.
We heard one of them was sick, so we let them come.
Follow us at Tactical Pause TV on Twitch, Tactical Pause TV on YouTube. We love you all. Oh, there we are. Oh, look at my sexy face on Twitch.
There's nobody in this chat
there's
room.
nobody in
Good
our
night,
chat.
gentlemen.
It's okay. Good work. Happy 2014. Here's looking for a good 2015.
Just looking at you, kid.
Go play some Dota.
Hit the button.
Push the button, man. Don't